Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I know Lauren's probably super busy. And if you cannot hear, make sure when you log in, because April, I think this is your first Zoom, make sure, oh, you probably can't hear. But yeah, Ava, can you just tell her to log in with internet audio? And we are going to thank you, Lauren, go ahead and tell us, share your story, how you got started with It Works. Lauren is a Presidential Diamond. Top LC enroller, top 150 income earner, probably even higher than that, and has been with the business for 5.5 years. So we're super excited to hear from her. So thank you so much, Lauren, for hopping on with us tonight.
Hey, you're very welcome. Thank you for having me. Hey, guys. All right. Like she said, my name is Lauren Koch. I'm a Presidential Diamond. I've been with the business 5.5 years. And let's see, I have 3 of my daughters are in this business. Christina Watts is my youngest daughter. Jennifer McCollum is my oldest daughter, and Stacy Lease is my middle daughter. Stacy and Christina are ambassadors, and Jennifer and I are presidentials, and I'm Boxer ambassador. So hopefully by October 31st is our goal to get ambassador. Yes, we're working hard. Our team is working very hard. So let's see. I started, like I said, 5.5 years ago. I became a diamond after 3 months, a double diamond after 4 months. 9 months later, I was a triple. Then we went to conference that 1 year, and this was in 2016. So this was 26 months after I started the business. I became a presidential. So, I mean, I've earned all the bonuses, the 10,000, the 15,000, the 50,000, 100,000. So, you know, it isn't about the bonuses though. It's about what you guys make on a monthly thing. Okay. So, you know, even though bonuses and all that count for the top 150 and all that, but you know what, you really want to make sure that you're personally enrolling these people and you're just enrolling. We have simple steps. It's enroll 4 LCs, 3 DTs. It's do your steps to success. If you can complete that once, you'll be diamond within 7 months. Okay, so you just got to really, work hard towards that goal. Now, you guys are some are probably saying, well, gosh, it's hard to get that 4 loyal customers in the 3 DTs. It's not if you're consistent, work your business every month. Okay, if I can do it, you guys can do it. Let's see, basically, you know, that's my story in a nutshell. You know, my daughter came to me with this wrap and said, Mom, you got to try this wrap. It's going to work. I'm like, Jennifer, nothing works. It's not going to work. I know. So I tried the wrap and I tightened 3 inches in 45 minutes. I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah.
Well, stupid me signed up as an LC, not thinking, you know, because she had just started, like I was like her first LC. I mean, she just started business. She didn't know anything what to do. We all learned this business by watching and learning and different tips. But so I did that, and then Christina had a party for her, and Christina was her biggest skeptic. So we had a huge party. We invited, like, I think we had like 20 people there, and they all signed up either as a DT or a LC. Mm-hmm. And the next day, yeah, and so she signed Jennifer up. Christina got signed up, and then the next day I called Jennifer, and I'm like, you know what? I think I just want to be a distributor. Why not earn money while using the products? It seemed, and I'm like, I'm using about 10 or 15 of these a month. And she's like, okay. So I signed up as a distributor, and, you know, I didn't get my first loyal customer until I was 3 weeks in, and it was my mom. And then 4 weeks in, I got a distributor, which is one of my best friends. So even though I was working, I didn't know what I was doing. But you got to just make sure that your new DTs know that those first 30 days are extremely important for fast start qualified, for getting the 4 LCs for the $100 bonus, and being, you know, bonus qualified if, you know, they get to that point. So you just got to really, I try to emphasize that, and I try to be I don't overload my new DTs. I just, you know, I have them watch this video that there's a new DT training. It's like 18 minutes long. They watch that, and then I give them a generic post to put on their page. And then I help them do host to post. The best thing for new DTs is host to post. If there's any new DTs on here, I'm not sure.
We have a lot. Yeah. There's a few on here. Yeah. I would say probably half have been with less than 60 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just know that, your Fast Start Qualified is very important to get. And because you want those unlimited $100 bonuses. I mean, I have probably earned myself over 200,000 just in Fast Start bonuses. So, it's just real important to get that done quick. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm 3 weeks in. I got to get another one. I started freaking out, but then I'm like, okay. And right after I said that, then I ended up with 4. So, but my thing right now, and I'm going to give you some tips, and then I'll tell you about some sealing the deals and stuff like that. So my tip is my biggest tip. And if you ask my team, they're like, oh my gosh, I've been hearing this for 5.5 years or whatever. Consistency is the key. If you are not consistent on your page 365 days a year, and when I say Christmas and all that, I go on and I'm active with them. I just don't I don't like put posts on, but I'm active on, like, show the family and stuff like that. But I am on, you will not see me not go a day without posting. 365 days a year. We vacation 10 weeks a year. I work when I'm on vacation. I just work on the downtime, and because you can show people, like, okay, well, here I am, and wherever I am, I'll just say the Dominican Republic I was before. And I was like, you show them the beach and you show them all kinds of things. They like to see that. Like, I have people, my husband just went to a reunion, 40-year reunion. And I didn't go with him because I was babysitting Christina's kids so she could go away on her 30th birthday. And he went into this, and mind you, he was the honor student in school, so he wasn't really into talking to people. And he said he had about 10 people walk up to him and say, where's your wife, Lauren? And he's like, how do you know my wife's name? Oh man, we follow her on Facebook. These are people that I have no idea who they are, and they're friends of his. So maybe not even friends, maybe just acquaintance. But he's like, all they did was ask where you were and how's your It Works business going. And it's like, well, obviously they're following and watching what I'm doing. So you never know who's watching. You absolutely never know. So that's why it's real important. Make sure you're adding new people every day. If you've got people that have been saying no to you for the past, so I had one that said no to me for 4.5 years straight and signed up as a DT, and she's a rock star. So, these people will watch you for years, or they'll watch you for months, or they'll watch you for days, but they will sign up. So it's consistency is the key. That's the biggest one. And making sure that you are doing live videos. I'm going to tell you guys right now, live videos and attraction marketing will blow your business up. Will just absolutely blow it up. Pick something that you're good in. It could be cooking, makeup, hair. It could be anything you want, and do live cooking videos. I have somebody that one of my team members quilts, and she does it live. Something that's going to bring interest in. The thing with me is I'm doing a workout. Well, I tried to do workout videos, and Facebook got mad at the music and deleted my whole video. So, and that was a hard workout. So I was pretty disappointed in that. So be real careful with Facebook. They like to delete your videos. Even though I said I don't own the rights, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to try it again. But whatever the case is, just pick different things, and I've been trying different things, but it's just my husband and I. So it's hard for me to do cooking videos unless I'm with the grandkids or something like that. So pick what you like, and do attraction marketing. Bring people in, start talking to them. Drink your greens while you're on the video. But don't say what it is. Be very vague about this business. When you post something, be vague about it. Don't be like, oh, this is It Works and this is our greens. Say, hey, I just had my skinny coffee this morning. Oh, it was amazing. Like, I put up a post with a picture of me, and I said, gosh, this magic pill is doing wonders for me. It's just melting off the pounds. And I had like 60 people message me, what are you using? So you got to make it vague, because you want them to come into you and you want them to say, Well, what are you using? You don't want to give all the information. So you want to be very secretive. I learned that the hard way, because when you post and you're mentioning it works. I mean, I love it works, don't get me wrong, but I want people to come to me and I want them to say, what is this skinny coffee? I mean, gosh, you look amazing. What and post your personal results. Now the personal results before and after obviously need to be approved. But like, I put that vague post and I just posted I had Christina take a picture of me and I just posted it on there and they were like, wow, what are you using? And, I signed 5 LCs that way. So that's attraction marketing is the big thing, and live videos. You can cook live. You can cook on all your videos should be live. Try to do as many lives as you can because you attract more people that way. Let's see, live parties. That is a good one. Now I ordered the extra Zoom I was telling Melissa about. It's like Mark and Pam and all them do their weekly family calls. That's what you guys can get. Now it's $40 a month, plus you have to have the $14.99. But I'm going to try it this month, and and you can utilize it with your whole team. And I just got it, and I said if the entire team utilizes it, it's worth it. So that way you're on a live party with whoever's going to be on there. So I have a top group, and I've been doing top groups for a couple of years. And now I told them that, I'm watching, and whoever's really working hard, they're going to get in my August. And I did it a 90-day push. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it weekly, and we're going to do it there's not a whole bunch in there, but this is the main one I need for ambassadors, that triple leg there. And then there's other team members, of course. But we're going to try that. We're going to do a live party with everybody on there, because live video, it just cuts them off, and sometimes you can't bring them on the video, and it's so embarrassing when you're doing a video. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I just kind of laugh it off and go, all right, guys, we're having technical difficulties. Yeah. So I'm really excited about the live Zoom on Facebook, and I can't wait to do that next week with my team. So it's going to be great. Host to posts are always good. A lot of people say, well, they're slowing down a lot. Well, make sure that they know that they're getting, whatever you guys have. I mean, I know some of our teams have $750. Some gave 2 round trip or full Disneyland vacations. So just think of stuff. And even if you can only donate $5, that's $5, but I put it up every month in my team page, and we get whatever we get is whatever we get. And then I say, okay, do you want to do a gift card? Do you want to do cash? We've did a Keurigs before with coffee pods and $150 gift card too. 2 separate winners. So, and they like that. And they don't mind posting for you because they're going to win something.
Yeah. Question about your host to post. So if somebody doesn't put in, do you allow them to still put their entries in, or how does that work?
No, they have to donate, because I tried that one month, and I had my team was kind of like, well, why are they allowed to put it in if they didn't donate? And I'm like, you know what, that makes sense. So no, if they don't donate, and I'll just say, if you donated, you can start your host to post. Perfect. And most of my team does it. I mean, it's an every month thing, so they're used to it. But yeah, like I said, even $5 is,
anything helps. Yeah,
I just say 5 to 20, and then people do whatever they want to do, and then then
awesome.
But if they don't, then no. I just say, well, if you haven't, and then sometimes they'll text me and say, well, is it okay if I do it? And I said, well, did you donate? And they'll be like, no. And I'm like, if you want to donate now, you can. And they'll donate, and then they'll do it. So
that's great.
Yeah. Another thing that I do is I do 3 power hours a day. I do 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and then 1 in the evening. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I'm watching The Bachelor, I can still do a power hour. I can still message. I can do whatever. My thing is, I had my whole top group, each of them pick a day to host a power hour, because this is going to get your teams out of their comfort zones. So when they saw that I was doing live power hours and live wrap parties and live opportunities. So they had to do a live wrap party, a live opportunity with their groups. I put them in accountability groups. Accountability partners are the best. So if you don't have that going, you might want to do that and hook them up with somebody, and you never know what's going to happen. I was hooked up with somebody 2 years ago on Christina's 2.0, and she's been doing top groups with me, and she's a diamond leader now. But when she started, she was only a ruby, and she was doing a ruby. Taking the role of a top group is excellent. So
that's amazing. Yeah.
she was, and she helped me with them and everything, and now she's diamond. So, and she says the groups have helped her too. So and then I had them pick a day, and then they each did a power hour. And I mean, I'm telling you, people that just started in February are on there doing power hours. So yes, so that's what I really liked about it, is that they're willing to do it. So I had to think outside the box and think to myself, okay, what things can I challenge them? Like I would challenge them, and they were like all for it. Let's see.
I really like that. We do one a day right now, but I'm reading 10X rule. And so I'm like 3 times a day sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
I'm loving that.
It really helps your business. And I mean, girl, you're rocking it, triple diamond and top 150. That's amazing. I wasn't a top 150 in triple, and you're doing excellent. So you're doing something right.
Thank you.
But so those are my things. Now, sealing the deal. And some of you will be like, no. But I'm going to tell you what my thing is, sealing the deal. So I contact the people, and if they say, yes, contact me this day, then I'll contact them this day, and I'll tell them, if it's an LC, 95% of the time I enroll them myself. And what I say is, and they know it's a 3-month and all that. So make sure that you're telling them that. Otherwise you will get nailed for the $50 early termination if that happens. So I just tell them it's a 3-month, and I say it's a 90 days. So you're going to have it, July, August, September. You're going to have 3 separate payments coming out. And, and I just say, would you like me to enroll you? Most of the time they'll say yes. I just get their name, their address, or I don't need their name because I'm already talking about their address, phone number, email, and credit card number, expiration date, and the 3 digits. I enroll them, and then I go back and I show them how much the total was, so they know exactly what it's going to be every month. And then I give them their ID number. Plus I take a picture of the, the LC agreement. I take a picture of that. And then, I explain to them how to get into their account, and they can look at other products or do whatever they want. Upsell is another thing I like to do when I'm selling the deal. Like, oh, did you know that you get 20% off this? And they'll be like, okay, yeah, get that too. So watch for those, because when you're enrolling them, sometimes if they enroll themselves, it'll pop up, but a lot of times it hasn't been popping up for me lately. So I just tell them, and then they're like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, let me see how much it's going to be, because it's hard to do if you don't have that pop up. But that is pretty much the main thing, is enrolling them yourself and making sure that you follow up. I use the reminder in Facebook for everybody that says, can you follow up with me on Friday? And I'll just put a reminder, and then I'll say, here's a reminder for both of us. And they'll always hit going, and that means that they're, if they say going, they're real interested. I had one lady delete it, and I was like, well, wait a minute, why'd you delete that? And she goes, oh, well, I don't want to, I can't go to your house. I'm like, oh goodness. So she got kind of confused, and I just like, oh, no, this is just so I remember to contact you. She goes, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it was good. But, and you just have to I do it short and sweet. I give them a description of what it is, the product, with a little bit of it. And then I tell them, instead of paying, let me look, and I'll read you one of my, am I going too long?
No. This is great.
Okay.
Thank you. This is perfect.
Let me see if I can, let me just tell you one of my things really quick. I have to read it from here. I'm sorry. You won't see my face for a second.
Yeah. No,
okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So let's see. If I put up a weight loss with a 90-day challenge, you know, or if they do a hosted post, it's like, you know, I opened up this 90-day weight loss challenge. So right there, you're telling them it's 90 days. For only people that need to lose a minimum of 30 pounds, message me or her immediately to get on this insane weight loss challenge. And then when I contact them back, if they comment on there, I go, hello, and I put their name. And then I go, I've been doing our 90-day challenge with our next gen clinically proven weight loss supplement. So the clinically proven weight loss supplement is in big letters, to lose 30 pounds in 90 days by just taking the supplement. It is called Thermophyte X. It lowers cortisol levels, activates thermogenesis levels to stay in fat burning mode, helps produce more ketones, boosts energy, helps reduce sugar cravings, and so much more. Instead of paying full price for this challenge of $65, you will get it for $36 a month. All you have to do is take it for 90 days, and at the end, you tell me how much you've lost. Are you in? Only one spot left. And the thing is, if they say yes, then right away I send them this other one that says, okay, awesome. And I'll either say, would you like me to enroll you? And I give them that option first. And if they say to me, no, I want to enroll myself, then I'll say, go to my website, type it in exactly, and I send them a screenshot of it. And then make sure you see my name on the top and my picture. And then click shop, add Thermophyte X, and then I give them the directions. And then I tell them you need to pick the box that says to become a loyal customer, which just means you do the 90-day challenge. And then once it's done, you send me a screenshot so I can make sure to hold your spot for this. So, you know, you just have to be short and simple. Now, I've added some different things. That was one we used when it first came out because that's all I was doing was taking that. But now I'll say, you know, with proper dieting and exercise and this product, you will, you know, because before I was just taking it, but I lost like 15 pounds with it. So, I mean, and I was just taking that. I wasn't doing anything else. I wasn't eating good or anything. So, you know, I started with that one. So then I changed it up and now I say, you know, and sometimes I'll put on my thing, you know, I'm doing a weight loss challenge and then I'll send them what I'm doing. Exercise, the exercise, diet, and taking Thermophyte X. I put it on a weight loss thing about a week ago, one of the weight loss groups. And I put my picture with, you know, gosh, this magic pill or whatever. And I had like 150 people comment, but I had to hurry up and I figured out what I did wrong. And instead of just hitting like, I hit messaged you, and then people were figuring out that I was with something. So I think about after the 150, and I got them all messaged, thank God, because they did end up deleting it. So if you're going to go into group chats, make sure that you like it and don't say I messaged you, because then they hook it on. So I was like, oh my gosh, I need to stop saying that, but it was too late by then. But
that's, you know, good. I never thought of that.
Yeah, and that was like 25 minutes. I had 150 comments, and I was like, but I got them all messaged, but that was a good thing. But it, you know, so yeah, just if you're in groups, those are great to be in, but don't either, you know, just like when people say something. And then, or tell them, you know, private message me if you want to know more details or whatever. But they figured it out quick. So did I answer all your questions?
I think I just have so there was one in the comments, but I had two easy questions that I was just curious about, just listening to you speak. And I just love everything that you've said. What has been like your biggest challenge over 5.5 years, would you say? Because you promoted fast, like you promoted really quickly.
I promoted really quickly, and, you know, and I will say, knock on wood, I've never lost any of the ranks, and but I've been at Presidential for 3 years, and I'm ready to be, and I know they're just ranks, but you know what? I want to be at the top, and I want to be at the ambassador level, and my whole team to go too. So the thing with me is my challenges, we get right there, and then something happens, and we have to go 2 steps back. We've been chasing ambassador now for 3 years, and it just seems like, and I'll be saying, you're kidding me. We just got, you know, reboxed again, and somebody has a charge pack, a brand new distributor. And it's like, oh my goodness. So the thing is that my challenge right now is getting to that rank, getting to the top of the ranks, and getting my team all promoted because we get so close. So the biggest challenge is presidential to ambassador for me. A lot of people are like, oh, that was my easiest rank. Gosh, I wish that was my easiest rank. But that's been a challenge. That's been the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
And a lot of my team will get down because I have this one leg that's, because I have an ambassador and I have a triple. So I need one more triple. And she's got there's one that's been boxed for diamond, double diamond, and then her triple diamond. And I mean, she's been with me the whole time. And it's kind of like, I'm like, and she's like, I just want, she wants to promote. I mean, I don't blame her. She wants to be triple diamond. I think she's diamond or emerald. So she wants to get up there. But the challenge is we get so close and then we back up. But, so I think our thing is we just need to find, and they're hard to find, rock stars that really want this business. We signed one girl up. She's older. She's, I'm 49. She's probably older than me. And she boxed herself for emerald in 27 days.
Yeah, she messaged me. I need to message her back.
Yes. Oh, she did. Okay. I wonder what she asked.
No, it was okay. She was just asking for like DT, like how to sign DTs like faster. But I'm like, girl, you're doing great. Like, box for emerald in 27 days. Like, what?
Yeah. And I told her she's doing great, but she really liked you. And I was like, so that was my challenge. And then you kind of feel like, I've never wanted to quit this business at all. Never, ever, ever. I have been like, oh goodness, what am I going to do? Like the Philippines was a big challenge for me because I signed 500 of them up and all of them had problems with money's the problem there. Yeah. And I mean, I'm talking, I stayed up till 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning enrolling these people and explaining, and they all knew that there was going to be a kit fee, but they were thinking 1,000 pesos, not 5,900. So a lot of them just don't have the money. And I was like, and so a lot of my team were really bummed because I think just my downline alone signed like 6,500 of them.
Wow.
And a lot of them, most of them flaked. I mean, I think we only have a few that signed up.
Yeah, but 100 pesos is a lot for them. That's what we run into as well.
Yeah. I mean, so it was pretty, that was a challenge for me. And I had everybody, all my top line, all boxed for ambassadors. It doesn't mean anything until they sign, but it would have been we probably would have been ambassadors if they would have all fallen through.
Oh, for sure.
Or went through and stuff. But yeah, that was my biggest challenge, the Philippines. And then just getting my team to ambassador.
So when you go through like those challenges with the business, like what do you do personally to keep everybody motivated? Because I was at double for 2.5 years before I hit triple. And so like I was kind of like in that same, like we went 2 steps forward, 5 steps back, 2 steps forward, 5 steps back for like 2.5 years. So like, How do you keep your girls that you've brought on, like, because I know you bring on a lot of people like motivated all the time to keep going and not quit. Because we do find a lot of people are like, oh, the grass is greener on the other side, but it's not, and they end up coming back. But I would just prefer that they just stay, like,
Right. And I know you had a couple challenges with yours. Now I had a few leave, but not in the bulk like you did. But I'm just saying, I just tried to keep them engaged, and they love the top groups. Mm-hmm. And when I started these about 2 years ago, that's been keeping them going. I'm like, what's keeping you going? And they're like, of course, the motivational books, the inspirational books, and the top groups. They're like, those top groups. And I tell them, I'm like, okay. And I say, okay, I want to make sure that you guys are all in, because I don't want to be pouring into you if you're really not all in. Right. And they, and they'll say, I'm an It Works lifer. So I'm like, okay. So then, just pouring into my team and, they love the top groups. I mean, I send out so many prizes every month, and that helps them. They're like, oh, wow, I did something great, and so, the top groups and the, I sometimes I'll read some of the quotes out of some of the books to help them, and challenging them, mm-hmm. getting them out of their comfort zones. I mean, doing power hours and live parties. I mean, they were scared to death, but they did them. And, you know, they did them with a smile on their face, and they didn't, you know, and I said, you know, pick some products. I told them what to do. And I said, there's an outline on the document library, and they all work together. And accountability partners so those are pretty much what's been keeping my team together.
Just them feeling significant and part of a team.
Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so I just have one more question, and then there's just two little questions in here. But my big thing is, okay, so you've been in the top 100 or 150 for 4 years, right? 4 years?
Top 150.
Top 150.
Oh, no, I was in the top. I was 85 one year, and then I was 136 one year. So yeah, top 100, top 150. But
amazing, like totally amazing. I was telling, for all of you guys that are on here from my team, I was telling Lauren that when I got the email that I was 138, I thought they emailed the wrong person. But they didn't. Yay. So, but being in the top, you know, 150, 100 is amazing. So like, what is like one piece of advice that you could give my team of like what it takes to get there? Like, obviously we know it's like grit, you know, determination and consistency, but if you think of like top 150, like what's one or two words that you think of right away? And I'm kind of putting you on the spot. So
it'll be a few more words, but work this business like it's the last day of the month every single day. Enroll. Because the thing is you're going to be in that top 150 or whatever, 100, the more people that you personally enroll. Because like Melissa and I'm sure she does the same thing, but I don't keep any of my loyal customers or my DTs. They go to my entire team. Mm-hmm. So my thing is I want to personally enroll as many as I can, because then that helps with cabs and stuff like that when you're up there. And it helps your paycheck. You want to be personally enrolling these if you can, you know, and you should be able to complete the steps of success every month. Totally. It's, you know, and some people are like, it's just too hard. It's not hard. You got to get that out of your mindset, and you just got to get to work.
That's a minimum.
Right. Whatever rank you're at right now. And I'll say to some of my people, well, how did you get to Diamond? And they'll be like, well, I enrolled and I did this and I did this. Go back and do that. Whatever works for you, do it. But I'm telling you, live videos and attraction marketing will probably blow up your business. It has done an amazing, I think there's a Zoom on August 1st from It Works Lifers that a lot of them are doing. Is it? Oh. No, that's how to get to Diamond. I'm sorry. There was one. Oh yeah,
I'm speaking on that one.
Okay, yeah, you're speaking on
90 days.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, it was the
attraction
marketing.
So I heard the attraction marketing one was good. I think Hannah, my double on here, shared it with our team this morning. Right. I need to watch it. I heard it was phenomenal, so I can't wait to watch that one.
I watched half of it. Yes, it was phenomenal. It was how much have I watched so far? So yes, I need to watch that. And so that's what I would say is just, you know, you have to, and if you're down, just go watch a YouTube or get a book and one of the motivational books and read them, because even a little bit will get you going again. Watch Pam Souter's, her podcast. She's great. And yeah. So
her podcasts cover everything. It's incredible. I'm like, every time I come into like a roadblock, I like get on her podcast and I'm like, oh, there's one. You know.
I signed up for her thing. You can sign up and then you get emails from her too. She's got it somewhere on there. I can't remember.
Cool.
I saw that. I saw emails. So
all my girls are like, oh yeah, I'm on her email list. I'm like, oh. Okay.
And the other thing is, you guys send a thank you card to your LCs that you get. Make sure you send them a thank you card. And if you want, send them a little sample. If you don't have samples, just send them a thank you card. They want to know that they're important. You will hold them longer if you do that, and over the 3 months. You want to keep these people, you know, up to a year if you can or more. So the thing is, really, really baby your loyal customers. And I tell my people, because I give them out, and then sometimes I find out that they're not following up with them. Like, and somebody will say, well, I haven't heard it from anybody in 2 months. Oh boy. I'll just contact that person and say, you know, if you're not going to follow up with these people, I'm not going to place any more under you.
Mm-hmm.
Because my thing is, you need to follow up at 2 weeks to make sure they got their product, 2 weeks later to make sure they're taking their product, and then you can go every 2 to 3 weeks. And then if you keep on doing that, you're going to keep them longer because they're getting the results they need. And if something happens, it's not working, then you can switch the product. It's just something I've done with my team for the last 3 years, and it's worked.
Totally. Okay, I love that. Okay, so it looks like we just have a couple questions. I know we're taking a lot of your time, so thank you so much. So Danielle asked, how do you work a full-time job and bust your buns doing this? So do you have anybody on your team that works full-time but is extremely successful or doing really well?
Yes. What they do is on their breaks and on their lunch is when they'll message and work, and then they get up an hour before they go to work, and then they go to bed an hour later, and they'll work that one, and then I try to tell them, you know, don't take your whole lunch, but if they get an hour, use a half hour to work and a half hour to just breathe, because you can't do that. But yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing. And they're kind of doing those power hours in the morning and the evening, and then that half hour they're doing their follow-ups, you know, posting, commenting on people's posts, stuff like that. So you just have to budget. And if you have kids, work when they're sleeping, if they're on nap or if they're at school. You've got to make your time. People are like, oh, the kids aren't here, I'm just gonna veg. Well, if you're vegging on the couch, you've got your phone. You only need that device. That's all you need. And that's what I say.
Yep.
You got your cell phone. And some people will say, like one girl called me, she's a nurse. And I'm a nurse as well. And I do work about 1 to 2 days a month just to keep my license. Otherwise I'll lose it. So she was telling me, well, I would go in the supply closet if I knew that everything was cool, and I would, you know, start messaging, and because it's hard to get off that when you're, you know, when you get in a groove. And I'm like, yeah, but don't get in trouble. That's one thing I don't want you guys to do, is get in trouble, because you know, but that's what that you do. You got to get up an hour early, stay up an hour later, work. I mean, I've done a post at a stoplight when I'm pumping gas. I'll message you. Whenever I have a free minute, and I know you guys think this gross, but even in the bathroom, I'm like, you know.
I mean, that's like prime time. That's the only time I'm ever alone. Because I have 3 kids, you know what I mean? Like, they're always like, Mom, and even sometimes I'm not even alone then. Sometimes I think that's the best time to do it.
Exactly. So whenever you have a free chance, you know, take every spare moment that you have. Then, yep, if you can pee, you can do this business. Exactly. And we all do that.
Yeah. When I started, I was working about 70 hours a week, and I had 3 babies under 3, and I was the same. Stoplights, lunch breaks, 15-minute breaks. I would go to the bathroom a couple extra times a day just so I could, like, you know, follow up. But that's the beauty of this business, is we can work it around anything. So Miracle Morning is a book that Eva just recommended. It's really good. But Danielle gets up already at 3:45, so that's kind of a harder one. But if you don't have to get up, Danielle, at 2:45, 3:45, Miracle Morning is really, really good. Okay, and then I think the last question, and then Eva just asked, how do you keep everything organized?
I have that It Works, what's over there? The It Works calendar and stuff. And it has a little booklet in there that has all your follow-ups. But yeah, there you go. Mine's over there right by my purse. But I've been using the It Works planner, and I'm telling you, the reminder in Facebook saves me every time. I'll get things that'll come up, and I'll be like, oops, I forgot to write that one down or something. And thank God I had that reminder, or I would have never been able to follow up.
Yes.
So the reminders in Facebook, and then, you know, I have a team of like 5,000. So my team, and they've gotten a lot better because I've got layered leadership. But the thing is I get a lot of questions during the day, and that's fine. And I just work those in between. And when I see patients, because I do home health, then what I do is, you know, if I get to a patient's house a few minutes early, then I'll just do some follow-ups or something. So I just take any opportunity that I have free time, and I do it. When we're on vacation, I try to be, I mean, I remember one vacation, we were on a cruise for a week, and this was the Filipinos. And I was working a lot. My husband's like, can we go do something? Because I was in the room trying to, get everybody enrolled or whatever, pre-enrolled. But normally we'll do stuff. And then in the evening while he's watching TV, I'll do, an hour power hour or something. But I try to do it, like I'll even get up a little bit before him when we're on vacation, and I'll just do a power hour real quick for an hour, and then we'll do our thing, and then I'll come back. So sometimes it's 2 power hours on vacation, but still, you're still working.
Still working. Yeah, totally. I know I went to Verizon today because we're switching our carrier over and we're going to Mexico in 5 days. And I'm like, so does this phone work in Mexico? Because my current plan doesn't, right? Unless you're on Wi-Fi. And I was like, and my husband's like, no, don't even think about it. I'm saying, well, I'm going to work at least 2 hours every single day because we have to. And it's not that we have to, I want to.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We want to. Like, I think that's the difference is it's like, you're going to make it happen when you want this to happen, because when it happens, it's so incredible. And this business has been such a blessing. So thank you so much, Lauren.
No problem. One more thing I want to tell you guys is put up all over your house. I have on everywhere, bathrooms everywhere in this house. My husband's like, what in the world? He came home one day. I'm like, it says, I am Ambassador Diamond, October 31st, 2019. So you need to put your goals out there.
Yes.
You've got to put your goals. If your goals are there, you're going to want to reach them more. Yes.
Amen to that. Oh, I asked if anybody has any last questions. April said her question. Let me go back up. I missed it.
Okay.
She said, what happens if someone tries the 3-month challenge but doesn't lose weight?
Then I ask them, they'll come to me and say, well, I haven't lost any, but I haven't had any yet. But if they're telling me they're not losing weight, then they're not taking the product properly, and they're not, then they need to increase water.
Yep.
They need to do a low carb, high protein diet, low fat, and they need to try to exercise. And it could be just walking around the block. So that's usually what I tell them. And then I make sure that their bowels are working okay. Because some will say, well, then, if they're not, then you obviously need the probiotic, or you need the greens or something to go with it. But that's normally what I say, and that usually calms them down. I've only had a couple people get sick. I do events. That's another thing I do from October to March. Try to get into events in your town. I go from November to March every year. I'm in it's a 55 and older. They have like 3,500 people that come back and that are in that place. And I sell the products that are on my table. I always order extra, but I have everything set up for them to try. So they've got, the greens, they've got the collagen, they have, whatever all the coffee, both coffees, and they try it, and then they sign up right there, or they'll buy, and they'll say, okay, well, sign me up as a loyal customer, but I want to buy some now. And, I've walked out of that place no less than $200, anywhere from $200 to $800 a week in a 3-hour period. Plus I'm signing LCs there. So the events are the best. I mean, these are 55 and older too. Yeah. And these people are signing up as loyal customers because they're trying the product right there. The greens is a big seller there because they love it. And so I heard we were getting rid of the greens. I sure hope we're not. So,
no, I think they're just reformulating them again.
Okay.
Yeah. Just the chocolate and the berry. They're going to reformulate. So I think it has something to do with the stevia, but I hope they don't get rid of them. But from what I heard, they're just reformulating because those are top.
Those are top. Those are absolutely
awesome. Well, thank you so much. I don't think
you are very welcome.
More. You're amazing. I know it's month end. I appreciate you so much, and we are cheering you on to Ambassador October 31st. We got you. I think you're going to get it before then. I'm just going to put it out there, and I will send you the recording of this as well. But thank you so much, Lauren. You're amazing.
Hey, so are you, girl.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.